Hello, it's me again, ZQ. You're so excited to see me. Anyway, yeah, I don't know how many of you have actually seen that last video I made, the so-called calendar of what I will be doing, but yeah, so I'm gonna make the bass this time around. I called it the Raspberry because can't remember what it was. Yeah, I do remember. What the hell am I talking about? It was my old caregiver who she was definitely British through and through. Like she had come to Canada like 2 years ago, and I'm not trying to be stereotypical or anything, but she really there's something about Brits that really set them apart from other people. That was terrible to say. I'm really sorry. Anyway, so let's get on with the bass. So the Raspberry. First of all, let's start with the front panel. So front panel, turn the range up to 12. Yeah, 12. It is a bass. You don't generally want polyphonies, so turn the polyphony down to 1, polyphony release down to 1. Legato, change the portamento on, and change it down to about 30. That should be good. So now it should give a nice sliding effect every time you change notes, or hold down notes when you change them. So now let's go into here. So first of all, let's start with 3 oscillators, all analog. The first one, you're going to put it up an octave to 5, leave it on sawtooth. Second one, you're going to turn it down to 3 octaves, again leave it on sawtooth. And then for the third one, you're going to make a sine wave and turn it down to 3 octaves. So now it should sound like this. Much better. So you've already got that grinding tone to it, right? But yeah, obviously it's not enough. So let's change this out for a comb filter. And now you've got... That's a little bit better. So we're going to play around with this a little bit. And actually first, I generally don't like the envelope, but I found it kind of handy for this sound, for just a beginning little like peakish bit. So bring the release all the way down, sustain all the way down, and bring the decay up by 400 milliseconds. There you go. We're not done yet though. So now what you're going to do is turn the resonance up to 70, there, and then turn the frequency up to about 5,000 kilohertz. Come on, there we go. 512 is good enough. So, okay. Before I show you a demonstration, turn the shaper on, turn it to hard clip, and that'll bring out the grinding harsh tones. So now take a listen. Right? So that's got nice tone to it. Next, let's go. So we've already got B's down here, but no filter for them, right? So let's go like this. Low pass filter. Turn the frequency all the way down, make sure the resonance is all the way down, and you're done. Simple as that. We're actually going to be modulating this later on, so you'll see what I do with that. Next, since we're progressively moving this way and down, let's go key sync, tempo sync for LFO1. Literally leave these where they are, just change this up to random sine waves. Already done that. Probably want to turn the amp envelope all the way up, turn the attack all the way down, and same with the release. So now you'll get a nice wall of sound heading towards you, and it'll just stop immediately when you want it to. No delay, no chorus. Sorry about that. Inopportune call. All right, to continue, filter 3, low pass, turn the frequency all the way up, resonance all the way down, hate on the envelope, and that's really it. Only other thing you might need is LFO2. Again, do this, random sines. Now, you don't need either of the LFOs if you don't want to do what I'm going to do, which is change these to LFO buttons, this to an LFO rate, and this to the frequencies. So, you know what, I'll show you how to change up the frequencies. So, this is just something fun you can do. Go modifiers, rotary 1, destination, filter 2, frequency, not FM, just frequency, 100%. So now whenever you play a note and then you play around with this, you'll get, when you play around with this, you'll just get a different frequency because now that's modifying this. All right. If you just wanted the bass and nothing more, you're done. Like, this is what it is. Actually, just give me a sec. Right. Magical AM knob. Oscillator 1 AM from oscillator 2. Turn that all the frickin' way up. Okay? That's what gives you your grind. Listen to this. Yeah, there's your grind. That's all good. So now what you're going to want to do is, well, not going to want to do, if all you wanted was the bass and you don't want to make it wobble or anything like that, leave the tutorial now. If you want to learn how to make it wobble, stay tuned because we're going to fill up this entire bus routing bank. So let's begin. LFO 1, 2, filter 2, frequency, scaled by modifiers and Buton 1. Scale that to 100, and scale this to 100. There you go. This button, actually I'll name these afterwards. So now let's go LFO 2, route that to LFO 1 rate by 100. So now whenever you turn on the LFO 2 is going to modulate the rate on this. So now you've got one random sign modulating another random sign. So it's probably going to get pretty chaotic after a while. So LFO 1 now, again, we're going to go filter 3 frequency. You'll see what I'm doing in a second. And scale that. Modifiers, Buton 2, 100% for both of them. Next, just to clean stuff up a little bit, we're going to go button 2. So go to Buton 2. Filter 3 frequency. Scale that, -70. So what that's going to do is now every time you hit Buton 2, excuse me, it's not just going to turn on LFO 2, it's also going to turn this frequency down to allow it to wobble, which is the key element. Because if you leave the frequency all the way up and you try to wobble it, it's only wobbling the extreme high ends. Whereas if you do this and every time you click button 2, it brings the frequency down by 70%, then you'll actually get some wobbling in there and it sounds really cool. Next, we're going to do rotary 2, so modifiers, rotary 2, rotary, LFO 1 rate, 100%, and again, rotary 2, LFO 2 rate, 100%. Et voila. So now, I'm going to name this, that's frequency. This is LFO rate. This is the wobbler. And this is the talker. So, let's turn that up to 90. And let's take a listen. So, without the wobbler, with the wobbler, with the talker, and with both together. So that gives just some really cool tonality to it, and of course the sound itself is pretty kick-ass. So there you go. That's how you make my bass, the Raspberry. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Subscribe, like for more videos, you know, blah-de-blah-de-blah, comment, whatever the hell you want to do, really. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Have a good day.